Welcome back, everybody, to the South Carolina Gamecocks Revamped Dynasty here. We are in full swing of the regular season, about to take on the struggling Kentucky Wildcats. They have not had much success this season, as you can see, sitting at 0-2 in conference play, 1-3 overall. But the SEC East is stronger than ever, and they've got a very competitive team, so the Wildcats will kick this one away. Chris Dobzinski's back, the returner. He is going to kneel this one down, as Braden Davis, after being injured early last week, will return to the game. Here's a look, though, at how we match up. Kentucky does have a slightly better rushing offense. Neither of the teams are particularly strong, but Carolina has not had much success rushing-wise. They're led by quarterback Eric Herring, who has 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year, about 400 yards. He's had a good season, or a okay season. Nothing like absolutely terrible, but they haven't won in 3 weeks. They lost to Oklahoma by a ton, lost to Florida by 4, lost to Louisiana by about 14 or 15, and then they lost or beat Colorado in week 1. So this one is a bit of a trap game. We're in Lexington. The Gamecocks are going to try and get out of here without the upset happening. It's a number 4 ranked team in the country versus a unranked matchup, and it's going to be tough. So we start the day now, 2nd and 6. Davis wants to throw. That one deflected by his own teammate's helmet. Brandon Robinson gets in the way. Should have been a first down, maybe more. And now a 3rd and 6. Davis under pressure, steps through. Finally, he's taken down, and he's going to lose 4 on the play. Braden Davis gets taken down by John Harris. I mean, 1 guy, 2 guys, a 3rd right there that got blocked at the last second, and then finally John Harris comes in to bring him down. Not much you can do about that if you're Braden Davis. Herring's going to start the day with a handoff to Drew McKenzie. He's got 1 yard. The starting running back is an electric guy. Do not let him get going on the ground, because he is dangerous still. 3rd and 5 now. Herring under pressure off his back foot, and it falls to the ground. Incomplete. So 1 of 2 start for him, 4 yards and a punt for the Wildcats. The Gamecocks get the ball back, trying to get something going a little bit better here on Kroger Field. This time they're going to go to the ground. Hammond's got it, and he has 4 yards. Brendan Hammond been very disappointing so far to start the year. He hasn't gotten going all that well, at least not what you would expect from him. 2nd and 6. Braden Davis finds Brandon Robinson on a 9-yard slant for a first down. We now have a 1st and 10 right around the 42-yard line. Davis in the shotgun with Hammond to his left. Looks like it's going to be an option play. Davis pitches it, and no one's there. Brandon Hammond got leveled without even having the ball, and that left no one there to catch the pitch, and Braden Davis just chucked it backwards for a fumble and an easy recovery now as Drew McKenzie gets an open lane on the first carry of the next drive. 21 yards, setting the Wildcats up inside the 15. Herring out of the shotgun, calling some motion. Wants to snap. He's going to hand it off, and McKenzie is brought down immediately. Donovan Westmoreland is there. Now 3rd and 13. Herring to the end zone. Corner, and it's caught. Malcolm Fuller, 16 yards on the corner route. And that is a touchdown early in this one for the Wildcats. Their offense didn't need to do much that drive besides convert, and it's intercepted off the deflection. The Gamecocks back-to-back turnovers as Braden Davis's pass flies off of the defender's hands into another defender's hands, and an interception as well as a face mask. So the Wildcats again set up inside Carolina territory. This time they have it right around the 10-yard line. Herring under center. He's going to hand it off to McKenzie, cutting outside, cutting back in, forcing his way down to the 1. He got met after 3 yards, but ended with a 9-yard run, and he's going to finish the drive with a touchdown. Drew McKenzie from 1 yard out. And now the Wildcats have a 14-0 lead late in this third quarter. In this first quarter, why am I saying third quarter? It was 3 minutes left is what I meant to say. Now 2nd and 2 for the Gamecocks. Davis goes to Hammond. Hammond's got the first down. Almost broke free. That one would have been huge for an offense that's struggling today. Now 2nd and 10, right around 2 minutes remain in the quarter. Davis goes to the dump down to Dobzinski, and he's got a nice 6-yard catch and run. setting up a 3rd and 4. They haven't converted one yet today. Davis goes inside. Brandon Robinson cuts out. He's got space and a first down and then some. 31 yards on the catch. A nice stop on the dime by Brandon Robinson. Look at this stop. Catch it, turn, stop, and the change of direction fools the defender, and that gets him an extra 15 or 20 yards off of that one. Now 2nd and 11, play action. Davis wants to go deep, under pressure. 2 men wide open, and instead it sails to the ground. A bad throw by Braden Davis. Now 3rd and 11. Davis wants to throw outside. Should have been picked off by Matt Falk. His first deflection of the day. Instead, Marcus Clark is going to settle down for the field goal off the left hash, and that one is good as they bring this down to an 11-point ball game in the final minute of the first. Eric Herring's going to keep it. He's a okay runner. This time, though, it's nowhere for a 3-yard loss as they have a 3rd and 12. 7 seconds left in the first. They're going to get the snap off. Herring wants to go for the air. This one under pressure, and it's almost picked off the deflection. The receiver still had a first down, but he just dropped it. Now 2nd and 10. Next drive, it's going to be a dump down to Scott Hall. He's been fairly quiet this season after a touchdown last week. Trying to get him on track. 3rd and 3, Brandon Hammond. Can he get the first down? Yes, he can. 6 yards on the outside run. Now 1st and 10 on Kentucky's side of the field. It's going to be a run. Hammond, nice spin move, but not much else to do after that. That's just a 2-yard run. Some of the toughest 2 yards you'll see. Now 2nd and 8. Braden Davis, bubble screen. He's got DJ Long. DJ bounces off of the first tackler. Nice blocking by Brandon Robinson, and it's a 20-yard catch and run off the screen. 2nd and goal now. Right around the 10-yard line. Braden Davis to the air, under pressure, deflected out to the ground. Should have been picked off if the guy had got his head around. Now they have a 3rd and goal. Braden Davis, read option, gives it to Hammond, who pushes up the middle. He's got 4 yards and a 4th and goal. They're going for it here, down 11. Davis wants to go to the air, under center, catches, fires, and it's caught. Hammond just worked free off the halfback wheel. Nobody went with him. I mean, it was a long developing play. And Brandon Hammond finds his way wide open in the right end zone line. And now it is a 4-point ball game as it is that touchdown brings it back to a 1-score game. Drew McKenzie, though, other ideas, a nice, tough run. 13 yards for the Wildcats on the ground. Now 2nd and 13. Right beside the 30-yard line on the Kroger Field logo. They're going to go to McKenzie. He's got it on the outside. Nice blocking. McKenzie, another good run. That one's 10 yards. That's going to set up a 3rd and 4. See if they can convert this one. Eric Herring goes to McKenzie. He's spun around and pushed down. Rory Patrick stops him. And Lawrence Vinson comes in for the tackle as the Gamecocks get the ball back now on a 2nd and 11. Nice dump down Hammond. Not much else to do there. 3-4 yards on the carry or on the catch there. 3rd and 7 now. Braden Davis across the middle. That one was close to being picked off by the Mike linebacker under center. And instead, it's a first down now. 1st and 10 late in this first half. 2.5 minutes remain. Davis wants to go deep downfield. Caught and hit as he throws it, and it's caught. Brandon Robinson, 32 yards. As that was a thing of beauty. Braden Davis is getting lit up as he throws that one. And bam, Brandon Robinson comes back to it and sets Carolina up deep inside Wildcat territory right around the 20. Mark them at the 21. They're going to go on the ground quickly here to start the drive. Brandon Hammond, a first down run, 11 yards. He struggled again today, but that was a good run right there. 1st and goal. Davis wants to go to the end zone. Touchdown. Landon Sampson. I thought maybe he was at about the 1, but he sat down right on the goal line, and that was barely in the goal line, and he gets credited for a touchdown now. 1st and 10. A pass to the outside. Drew McKenzie loses 4. We're now coming down to the final minute and a half of this first half. And the Wildcats in danger of giving us the ball back with a lot of time. Eric Herring finds his man, though. Fred Stone. They're going to call him Fred Flintstone with that catch. And that was a beautiful pass by Eric Herring. He hasn't had many good ones today. But that one was something to watch now as they extend their drive. 2nd and 16 now. Eric Herring steps around, running it this time quickly. Brought down, but he stutters forward for about 7 yards, so not a bad carry at all. Now 3rd and 10. Eric Herring out of the shotgun. He's going to go to Drew McKenzie. Just to run some clock, I guess, but we still have a timeout left. The Gamecocks will get a little under a minute now to try and go down the field and get some points on the board. 2nd and 10. Braden Davis wants to throw outside into coverage. Tough catches made. Scott Hall, 12 yards. The clock continues to click down, though, with only one timeout. 2nd and 3. Braden Davis wants to go to the air. He's got his man Hammond. Can't stay in bounds. If he had turned upfield, may have been a house call with the blockers in front of him. Now 3rd and 1. Braden Davis wants to go outside. Easy pitch and catch. Chris Dobzinski breaks the tackle, gets out of bounds, and it's a first down of 13 yards. And they have it. 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Davis all alone, going for the end zone. Underthrows and incomplete. He had his man open, but he just needed to put a little bit more air under that one, and that one is going to fall, thankfully, harmlessly to the ground. As you see at the bottom, Georgia Tech, 38 to Clemson's 3, and that domination there, that was a crazy game, must have been, as the Tigers have continued to struggle now as the Wildcats will start the second half with the ball. Drew McKenzie gets it, cutting back inside. Nice run by McKenzie, a 20-yard scamper by the starting running back. They are going to have to feed him more often, I imagine. 1st and 10 now after the run. Tight end goes in motion. Eric Herring's going to throw it this time. Herring under pressure, and he's sacked. Losing 6 yards. Lawrence Vincent with his first of the day. His 2nd tackle for loss, in the Gamecocks defense setting up a 3rd and 16 now as Herring is all alone. 5 wideouts across the middle, and it is not even close to a receiver as the Wildcats just give that one up. 2nd and 10 now. Brandon Hammond, nice run, swerving in and out of traffic. Gets back on his feet, but he actually is going to lose about a couple inches there as he got back up. 3rd and inches now for the Gamecocks. Braden Davis out of the shotgun. He wants to throw, rolling out of the pocket, fires back across the field, and Landon Sampson is there for the 15-yard catch. Braden Davis, a tough throw. You really don't want to see your quarterback do throws like that, but instead of being a danger, it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now for the Gamecocks inside Kentucky territory. Right around 5 minutes in the 3rd remains. Play action bootleg. Davis under pressure, rolling out. Can he set this? Yeah, he has to get rid of this one. I was going to say, can he set his feet and fire? But that time, he just pretty much had to get rid of it. They're going to go on the read option now. Bill Benson, the backup running back. Oh my goodness. The 3rd string receiver turned running back almost gets a touchdown there now. 1st and 10. Braden Davis jumps it down to Dobzinski, who's got a nice run on the dump down, and it's a 9-yard catch up the right sideline, and it is now a 2nd and 1. Davis to the end zone. Touchdown up the vertical seam of a 7-yard strike to Scott Hall. And after the early woes, this offense has begun to get clicking as they now are up 24-14, 2nd and 9. Drew McKenzie, nowhere to go for the Wildcats, so that is another 3rd and 11. They're 3 of 8 on 3rd downs. Herring wants to throw under pressure, can't get rid of it. He isn't sacked technically, but it basically was. He got nothing there, no loss but no gain. 3rd and 11 now for the Gamecocks. Braden Davis rushing out of the pocket, deep across the middle. It's caught and dropped. DJ Long would have had the clutch first down, but the Wildcats continue to stick around in this one as they are only down by 10 with still an entire quarter and a minute and a half remaining as Drew McKenzie looked like a face mask, but they're not going to call it. Now a 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats. They have not had a good conversion rate. Herring wants to throw under pressure. He's sacked. He fumbles it. Cole Robinson picks it up, and it's a touchdown for the D lineman. There is a flag, and there is a clipping penalty, I think, on us. So, yeah, the clipping penalty is going to call it back from a touchdown, but still, it is a turnover inside the 20 now at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Braden Davis letting the clock roll down. He's going to take the snap, roll out of the pocket, wants to go to the end zone, fires. Robinson comes back to it, and he has a 12-yard first down. He almost had a touchdown, but now a 1st and goal. Davis, read option, can't get anything. Makes one man miss, but a 5-yard loss after the initial tackler. We're now in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Davis back across the middle, and that one was just off target. So now they have a 4th and goal, and it is up, and it is good. So Marcus Clark makes it a 13-point ball game, so 2 touchdowns now. Well, actually, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, and only 1 extra point, so they don't even really have to score. As you can see, the Ohio State Buckeyes, early 20-7 lead over the Sooners now. 2nd and 13 is where the Wildcats pick back up. Drew McKenzie, tough running, and another tough run, but he gets back on his feet, and he's got a 1st down after laying down on top of a defender. A 1st down and a face mask, and that gives them an extra 15. Now 1st and 10, Eric Herring goes back to McKenzie. Another good run on the outside, but instead, he actually loses a couple. He actually went backwards. When he had maybe 4 yards, he actually stepped backwards and lost his progression. Now 2nd and 12, McKenzie, nowhere to go. And now they have a 3rd and 15, as this one is pivotal for their comeback. Herring under pressure, can't get rid of it, and it is an incomplete pass. Eric Herring, 4th and 15. They're going to have to go for this one. And with that 4th and 15, Eric Herring's going to take the snap, wants to throw. It's caught by Fuller, and he's got a 1st down, so they convert on an 18-yard catch and run. The Wildcats still have a chance here on 1st and 15 now to bring this back down to just a 1-score game. Early pass to Fred Flintstone, and he spun down out of bounds. But there is a penalty, and that is going to be a roughing the passer. So a 15-yard penalty is going to set Kentucky up inside Carolina territory. Handed off to McKenzie. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go. He loses a yard on the play now. 3rd and 11. They need to convert on these next 2 downs. Drew McKenzie in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. Herring under pressure. Fires off his back foot and nowhere to go. So now they have a 4th and 11. This could be the game. Eric Herring snaps it, wants to throw. Got his man, and he's dropped it. He wouldn't have had the 1st down anyways. He was about 3 defenders surrounding him. But Malcolm Fuller drops the would-be catch. And I mean, maybe, you know, there's a possibility that you break a couple tackles, so you've got to make that catch, and you've got to at least try. But now a 3rd and 5 for the Gamecocks, trying to convert this drive. Davis sets his feet, fires back across. Open man. DJ Long is lit up at the end of that one as he tries to slide to a halt. And now that could have been the dagger on offense. 2nd and 3 now. Ryan Clayton gets the 1st down run of 11 yards, and that now sets them up to just run this clock down. And I mean, yeah, any kind of points here is really a win. You know, if you even get a field goal here, that's pretty much going to end this game pretty early. 2nd and 4, or 2nd and 3 turns into a 3rd and 4. They're going to go to Ryan Clayton, and he does get the 1st down, so they get to run this clock all the way down now as they have a 2nd and 14. Timeouts are gone for Kentucky, so now 2 minutes left. Braden Davis sets his feet, wants to throw, under pressure, and he just gets rid of this one. Bad call. That stops the clock. So if anything crazy happens, Kentucky still has 2 minutes to convert as they get it to Ryan Clayton on the 1st down or on the final run of that drive. He's got bounced off the 1st tackle and gets a couple of yards. So they're going to set up the Marcus Clark field goal. Is up, and it is good. That's going to make it a 16-point ball game. So still technically just 2 scores, but it's going to be a whole lot harder than that, as now it is a 1st and 10 throw, as should have been picked off. And now they have 2nd and 10. Eric Herring wants to throw. Minute and a half remains. He's going to find Fuller. This time Fuller makes the catch, and Malcolm Fuller's got a 15-yard run. Now they have a 3rd and 1. Eric Herring with the 1st down throw that last drive. Now it's a 3rd and 1. Herring under pressure off his back foot, and it falls harmlessly to the ground there in the vicinity of Kawan Banks, as they now have a 4th and 1. Stop or nothing. Drew McKenzie gets the first down, and he's got a good conversion there. Not that it really matters all that much, but a 1st and 25. Final minute of the game. Eric Herring finds Fred Stone, and he is pushed out of bounds. No gain on the play. 3rd and 30 now. The clock continues to click down farther and farther. Eric Herring looking deep downfield, firing deep downfield, and that one is incomplete. 4 tackles for Nick Emanawari, and he has not allowed a lot on the air this time. 4th and 30. Herring, deep corner route. It is up, and it is incomplete. Not that it would have mattered anyways. The Gamecocks will run this one down now, 30-14, as they stay undefeated on the early year. But don't get me wrong, Kentucky gave us a battle. I mean, they were up 14-0 at one point. Obviously, they went on a severe drought, 30 unanswered. But they gave us a big fight. And, I mean, this Kentucky team, despite the record, they have a lot of talent. Braden Davis, tough start, a fumble and interception on back-to-back drives. But he finished the day where it mattered. 25 of 41. 291, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, only 1 sack on the day. That's very impressive. Brendan Hammond, he tweaked his leg a little bit. He had to leave the game pretty early, but Ryan Clayton came in and cleaned up for him, 12 for 68. The running game, ever since Lavacia Carroll left, they just don't have it anymore. I just don't know how to get him going. Brandon Hammond had a touchdown on the air. Landon Sampson had a catching touchdown. Scott Hall had a receiving touchdown. I don't know why I said Steven. Rory Patrick, 2 tackles for loss. Anthony Rose, a tackle for loss. Lawrence Vincent had a sack. That's about it. We didn't really get much pressure. The defense just played a good game. Eric Herring, only 99 passing yards and a touchdown. He didn't play bad. I mean, he only got sacked once. He had no interceptions, no turnovers. I mean, a good game for a guy like him, who's been struggling some of these games this year despite the loss. Bad on the ground, though. 21 of 88 for Drew McKenzie and a touchdown. He wasn't terrible, but they just didn't get much production outside of that. Malcolm Fuller, 5 for 62 and a touchdown. Outside of that, nobody else really excelled. Their offense, really, both of their touchdowns came on very short fields off of turnovers, so nothing impressive, I would say. A sack for John Harris, the interception there. But the Gamecocks are now in the top 2. As you can see, Oklahoma dropped all the way to 9 as they got demolished by Ohio State 55-14. And here's the rest of the rankings. But with Oklahoma losing that game, we are now going to be number 1 in the eastern side of the SEC division. Now, obviously, Missouri is still pretty doggone good. Vanderbilt's really good this year. Texas A&M is good. We already beat them, though. So we've got a lot of teams we've got to play still, and it's not going to be an easy season, but Notre Dame sits at number 1, and right now, they don't have anybody else ranked until the last week of the season. Obviously, USC is a tough game because it's a rivalry game, but if Notre Dame wins out, they're not in a conference, so they're pretty much guaranteed to make the BCS championship if they win out because they don't have to play any tough games the rest of the way. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that because if that's the case, that only leaves 1 spot available for the national championship, and obviously we want to get that number 2 spot, but we also have a lot of other teams that are fighting for it, like Arizona, Kansas State, those undefeated teams. Only 4 of us left, but at least in the top 5, there's only 4 of us left. But those teams have a good chance at, going undefeated and, winning their conference. As you can see, Kansas State doesn't have that hard of a schedule, but Arkansas is who we'll be taking on next episode. They're 0-6 on the season, so a couple of easier games. But this team isn't bad. I mean, look at the schedule. Brutal schedule. Ranked team, lost to Ball State by 4. Ranked team, ranked team, unranked, ranked team. So they are only playing ranked teams pretty much. And most of them, they're not losing by a lot. Lose to Texas by 3. Lose to Missouri by 1 score in overtime. Lose to Texas A&M by 5. Utah by 17. Then you've got us. I mean, this is a good team, and they've had a really tough schedule. So you've got to not take them for granted again. But we'll go ahead and head into that next game, next episode. I hope you all did enjoy this installment of the Gamecocks Revamped Dynasty. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the final season. I hope everyone's been enjoying it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you do enjoy what you're watching. And as always, everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.